Hi, I'm Kelsey Ruff Smith, Director of Programs for the Community Foundation for Ocala, Marion County. And joining me today is Roseann Fricks, Executive Director of the Early Learning Coalition for Marion County, and also Programs Director Elizabeth Deola. Welcome. How are you today?
Good, thank you. We're glad to be here with you.
I'm so glad that you are. So my first question for you, Roseann, is just to tell us a little bit about the Early Learning Coalition in Marion County. What does your nonprofit do? Who do you serve? And what essential needs do you fill?
Okay, great, thank you. Certainly. Of course, at the Early Learning Coalition, we like to believe that we are the early learning central hub for Marion County. Anything to do with young children and families, people need to come to the coalition. We have things from parent education classes. We have supplies available for families when they need them, such as pack and plays for safe sleeping, car seats. Sometimes we have diapers. We need diapers. We'll talk about that later. We also have funding available to help eligible families pay for child care so they can continue working and being a part of the community. We also oversee the voluntary pre-kindergarten program, which is a part of the Florida Constitution and free to all families with children aged 4 in the state of Florida. We serve approximately 2,400 children in the voluntary pre-kindergarten program, and through school readiness, about 3,000 kids. We distribute books at community awareness events and all kinds of things. Anything early learning, come to the coalition.
That's fantastic. Okay, so right now with the coronavirus crisis, I know that there's a lot going on. What are your biggest challenges that you're having right now?
Elizabeth?
So our biggest challenges right now is making sure that we have enough child care services to serve the essential medical personnel and the first responders and law enforcement that need to have their children in quality child care so that they can continue to report to work. That's probably the biggest challenge we're facing right now. And finding some cleaning supplies, which I know we are going to talk about in a few minutes, but finding those supplies to allow the providers to continue to offer their services safely and through the guidelines of the CDC right now.
We've had some of the child care providers that, like many of our businesses, closed their doors. So we do not have as many operating child care providers now as we did before March 16th, when everything in our world has changed. So we do, and we certainly appreciate and recognize our child care providers that are remaining open and providing services, and we are constantly recruiting providers. So we currently have between 50 and 60 providers that are still operating in Marion County, and we've had probably 40 to 50 that have closed their doors at this time.
That's a huge impact. And
Yes.
I can see why that would be a big challenge for especially your population that's so essential and still reporting to work.
Yes.
With all of that in your face, what is it though that you find you're most proud of through all of this?
And right now that would be to have the availability of funding to pay for child care for first responders and medical personnel. No financial eligibility requirements. It doesn't matter if it's part-time, full-time. They don't even go on any waiting list. As long as we have verification of working as a first responder or a medical personnel, they go to the top of the list and get services. And those services will be paid for from April 1st through June 30th through one of our contracted providers.
Yeah.
So it's tremendous. Yes, we started this a week ago, and we've already had almost 200 phone calls and actively working almost 200 applications so that we can ensure that these people that you and I and the rest of the community need to go to work every day don't have any obstacles concerning child care, that it's taken care of for them so they can take care of us. So that's what we're most tickled about now.
That's great. I'm so excited to hear that that's available. That's a huge help for our community, and it's got to take a weight off of so many shoulders. Um,
Yes.
okay, so let me know, Roseann, how is it that the community can help you, or who specifically do you need help from today?
Sure. And I'm going to let Elizabeth go over some of the details. She works directly with our providers, but it's definitely needs for our providers that are obviously have their doors open and providing the much needed child care services. Elizabeth?
Right. So our providers, we're in communication with them every day, all throughout the day and the evening. So we are really trying to get our finger on the pulse of exactly what do they need to stay in business and continue to offer safe, healthy child care services. And one of the biggest concerns is finding gloves, masks, hand sanitizer. Those are all the things that they're looking for right now. Paper products, those consumable pieces that children go through on a daily basis, and things like milk. So the quantity limits that some retailers are having to put on things, we are finding that that is becoming a challenge to some of our providers when they're having to go and purchase milk for the day. That's the perfect example. So asking for help from retailers to be a little flexible. If a child care provider comes in there and can say, I work with such and such a child care facility, can I buy more than my 2 quantities of milk because I really need 6 in order to meet the needs of the children in my care today. So those are essential items. The gloves are really crucial right now, as well as the hand sanitizer and Clorox wipes and any kind of antibacterial or cleaning agent that can be used to disinfect, because child care providers, especially in making sure that they are meeting those group requirements of the CDC and the social distancing, are having to sanitize a lot more often in between children visiting certain areas of their sites. So they're going through some of these cleaning materials a lot quicker than we typically would see. So those are things that can definitely help. And we will put a post on Facebook, on our Facebook page that lists everything that we are looking for. And we'll put it on our website as well. So any help is appreciated, of course.
And we were able, real quick, we were able to locate paper products, the toilet paper and the paper towels. So we've got that, and we are distributing that to our providers. And the other call that we've been receiving from some of our parents is the need for diapers. Of course, diapers are expensive, and when you don't have an income for families that are going through layoff or being furloughed, it's really a challenge. So diaper size 3 and above will take. And even though our doors are closed to the public and locked, there are people inside, and my cell phone number is out there. So if anybody wants to drop something off at our front door, just give me a call. We will run right out there and pick it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, what's the best way for people to contact you if they've got a lead on supplies or they know how they can help?
Sure, absolutely, through our Facebook page, through our website, www.elc-marion.org. And my cell phone number is 352-812-5639, and I'd be happy to talk with anybody and provide additional details or information, and appreciate the community so much for, once again, rising to the support, not just for the Early Learning Coalition, but for nonprofits throughout the community that are here to provide the services needed.
Well, thank you. Elizabeth, thank you. Roseann, thank you. I'm so grateful for all you're doing, and I know I speak for all of us here at the Community Foundation and in the community for all your hard work, and just thanks for doing what you're doing right now as we're going through this together. Okay, y'all stay safe. Thanks for social distancing, and we'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.